to buy pizza for everybody in his dorm. And he didn't do this just once because, you know, you get a monthly statement. The parents found out after a month he'd been doing it every Friday night. Okay? And his dorm had something like 500 students in it. It was like a 26-story building with, you know, 30 rooms on floor. It was not good. And one of the things that he said in his defense, because, you know, these kids are bright and nobody ever told me I couldn't do that. I didn't know, they just said. Used for college. I used it for college. So beginning to create a budget with your child means I want you to sit down with them and encourage them over the course of about a month to 6 weeks to write down everything they spend money on. How much for girls do they spend on beauty products in an average month? How much do they spend on hair care, nails? For guys, you know, sports equipment, how often are they buying that? When do they need it? What, you know, sort of, what are the things they spend money on? How often do they plan on going out to eat? They'll have a meal plan, but are they expecting to be able to go off campus or buy things, you know, in the store, the school store? And begin to get a picture of what are they spending now, because for many of them, they have no sense of what they're spending. And when I ask that question in the therapy room, they look at me like I have their head. How much am I spending in a month? I don't know. Well, how often do you go out to eat? I don't know, 3, 4 times a week. 5, maybe some weeks more. I'm like, okay, well, how much is that each time? I don't know. Well, do you think it's $500 a month on food, or do you think it's $100 a month on food? I don't know. You're beginning to have a conversation, and in that conversation, I want you to explore wants versus needs. And this is a hard thing for our community. Because we're a community of means, it is very hard to talk about wants versus needs. And part of the reason I am going to really strongly encourage you to have this conversation, if you have not yet had it with your child, is because at some point, you are going to want them off the dole. Truly. And when that happens, if they are not where you are at now, they are going to resent you. They're going to be pissed. I was able to have all of this when I lived with you. Now I'm living on my own and I can't have any of this. I'm just going to move back in with you. And believe me, it happens. And for that reason, you couldn't imagine the apartment they expected me to live in. It was so, there were cockroaches. And I was living on this one, and after taxes and everything, I had like $25 to spend. So what am I supposed to eat? Beans and rice every day? I said, that's what I ate for graduate school. No. Yeah. Didn't make good friends, but the point is, you really want to explore with them what is a want and what is a need. So when they have their budget and they're saying to you, I need this, you have to say, well, okay, is that truly a need? And a need is life or death. A need is medical necessity. A need is, without this, my life will be immeasurably more difficult and challenging. A want is everything else. We have this discussion about the shampoo my daughter wants. And she says, no, I need it because I have this hair. And I said, honey, I have that hair. And I use, you know, the Suave. Because it does what they do for less. You know? It doesn't go with the well. So she got a job. She gets her shit. Determine the amount you're willing to spend. So this is a really challenging thing too, to kind of look at, and there are online, you can Google, kind of typical budgets for the college student, for parents to kind of think about. But how much money on average are you willing to give over to them on a monthly basis or on a semester basis for them to use at school? And this isn't money for books or money for, you know, things that they need, lab equipment. This is actually mad money, money for them to spend as they choose or wish. And I'm going to recommend that number low, because recognize that when you give students mad money for them to use as they choose or they wish, some of their wishes and their choices are bad. And if you are financially supporting that, that's super bad. So you want to be clear with them. If this money is for you to occasionally go out to eat with your friends, to have brunch, or to get extra things that you recognize you didn't, we didn't budget for. This is not for beer. This is not for drugs. Okay? This is obviously not to buy pizza for everybody in your dorm. It's wonderful. So be very clear about what your expectations are. I love zits. So if you don't read zits, now's a good time to start. It'll help you with the process. Didn't everybody see that? Or do I need to read it? Okay, so this is my example, another clinical case example, where a student literally broke his computer. Well, it was stolen once, but crashed it because it actually got physically broken 5 times in a semester. And the parents kept replacing it. And this is a case that was no longer really my case, but the parent was calling me and complaining and saying, what do we do about this? And I said, stop buying a new computer. She's like, well, but then you won't be. I said, you know what? Every college or university has college computer centers. And yeah, it'll be a pain in the butt for him to walk to the computer center from his dorm and get on a public computer and have to use that and, you know, download his documents to and go to the printer and print. But wow, will that teach him to be more responsible the next time he gets a computer for himself? So don't necessarily be so quick to replace things or to sort of be that motivated for them. Personal safety. In 2013, there were 15,500 burglaries on college campuses. That accounts for about 56% of crime on college campuses. So having a conversation with your students about personal safety and property safety. In terms of personal safety, you break it, you don't replace it. You want to have a conversation about traveling in groups. For those of you who have not watched Hayes, I don't know, has Langley High School done Hayes recently?
They're going to show it for seniors, I think, again in the spring and the May timeframe.
Okay, have your students accompany you to that. Or, you know, if it's, I don't know if it's a student view or a parent view, but we both should sit down and watch it together. It is available online. It's a shorter version of the full movie. Hayes is the story of a young man who was a freshman at University of Colorado Boulder, who was pledging a fraternity and became inebriated as part of a fraternity stunt. They do an exercise where they basically climb up a mountain on their own, these kids, and they have to drink a certain amount before they can come down the mountain to the frat house. And this boy became unbelievably intoxicated, ended up dying because he was left alone. He was asphyxiated. So the movie is really powerful, not just because it tells his story, but it also follows an ambulance in Boulder on, I think, 5 weekends. What they deal with on a weekend basis on the university grounds. And so it talks about the vulnerability of young women and alcohol. And when we look at sexual assault on campus, there is something like an 89% correlation to alcohol. So when you pick up a cup and put it to your mouth, as a young woman on a college campus, you are making yourself more vulnerable. My nephew was a freshman at University of Michigan. He's now in law school. And he was pledging a fraternity, the coolest one on campus. And he called me one morning really early, and he said, Aunt Melissa, can I ask you a question without you telling my mother? And I said, okay, been here, done this. It depends on the question. You know, if it's something about your safety and well-being, it may be something I have to share with your mother. He said, well, I'm going to tell you. The fraternity required the pledges to, when there was a party, to keep girls' drinks full. So what that meant was, if a girl's drink had an inch of empty, he had to switch it out for a full. And he was going around doing this with all the other pledges. And he said, I have a younger sister. I know what these guys' goals are. And I really have a problem. And I said to him, what I'm going to encourage you to say to your child when they call with a dilemma from college, what options do you have? What do you want to do about this? I said, well, I could just do that. not telling the dean. He later wrote a letter to the dean about it, but, but he pledged a fraternity where they didn't do that. But I tell you this because I want your daughters and your sons to be aware of the dangers of the sort of experimental culture that exists on our campuses. And it's, we all, most of us went to college, we experienced this, there's a little bit of a difference now. And the difference most specifically are two things that I'm going to highlight. One is that the desire to get obliterated. The goal in college when I was in college was not to get obliterated. It was to have fun, it was to let loose, it was maybe to shake off my anxiety or my worries. That's what people were doing to drink, why they were drinking. To certainly be part of a crowd, everybody was doing it. But it wasn't to get obliterated. These kids are coming up with methods and ways to drink more.